Welcome to Madison HD Sportsnet, presented by the JMU Alumni Association. We're joined by cross-country head coach Dave Rinker. Coach, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
So we're here for another coaches show. Last Saturday morning, we had Pre-Nationals down in Louisville, Kentucky. There was two separate races that we competed in. First off, I want to talk about the red race. It was a seeded race, a lot of competition in that one. We had a 35th place finish overall out of 45 teams. What did you think about how the girls competed and what our result was?
Well, it was one of the best races we've ever had on that course. I keep a lot of stats of everything that we've ever done, all-time lists, and really that was the second best we've ever run on that course. The exciting part about it is that I know we're better than what we ran. I did not obviously do as good of a job of emphasizing the concept that in that large of a field, with that many good teams, you've got to get out very, very fast. And you've also got to start moving to the left because it's a right-hand turn. And we got pinched down on a fence, and actually about over half the team had to come to a complete stop. And for about 50 or 100 meters after that, they were just barely moving. If we'd gotten out a little bit faster, I think we could have put ourselves in a little bit better position, and I really believe that we'd have finished higher. But, 35th place is really where we were ranked. That entire field, all 45 teams were ranked in the top 10 or 11 of their region. You're talking about having 45 of the top 70 teams in the country there at that time. So there were no bad teams, there were no slow runners in that field, and the result is everybody's just so jammed. And we haven't done a race like that for a while, so it shocked the group, I think, as much as anything else.
Yeah, and our top three runners for that seeded race were Kathleen Stewart, Carol Strock, and Tessa Mundell, which has been pretty consistent all season. What does it do for you to have three girls who are so reliable each race?
Well, it makes it easier planning-wise because we can get those. The key is we've got to get those three together in the middle, at the beginning and all through the middle of the race, so they can run and feed off of each other. They do it every day in practice, so they're capable of doing it in a race also. We just need to make sure that, and in a smaller race like conference, it's going to be easier for them to get together. They'll be able to get out quick. They'll be unrestricted to a point, and they'll be able to race. And it's comforting from a coaching standpoint knowing you've got those three out there.
And then later in the day, you had the open race with a few other runners in it. Jackie O'Shea and Jenna Flickinger led us in that race. They finished with an identical time. What did you think about our performance in that race?
Well, we let down a little bit. At the 1,000-meter point, we had actually three. Nora Rare was also right in there, and it was the three of them that got out really well, put themselves where they needed to be. They let down a little bit in that middle mile. Nora actually took over and opened up a little bit of a gap on the other two, but she's coming off of an injury and just didn't have the strength to finish the course. Jackie then put a big charge to go after, ran her down, and then Jenna put a big charge on at the end to catch Jackie. So they did a great job. We just need to be a little bit more confident in the middle, knowing that they can push the middle a little bit harder and still finish.
And now with Pre-Nationals finished, our next race is a big one, CAA Championships. It's Saturday, October 31st in Charleston. What are you looking for in terms of results on that morning?
Well, William & Mary's definitely the favorite. They're ranked in the top 30 of the country. I think they're number 3 in our region right now. And so they're, without a doubt, very heavily favored. They've got the top 2 runners, and then they've got several other women on the team that are just outstanding. So we're just going to go in there. We're already talking about trying to stay nice and relaxed, very focused, and just try to put ourselves in the race. Second place battle should really be between Elon, us, and also I believe College of Charleston and Delaware all have good teams. So it's going to be a really good meet for us. We're looking forward to it. Because it'll be a little bit smaller, we can kind of get where we need to be. They can kind of see where they are. When you're in a race like Pre-Nationals, Kathleen was in the 80s and 90s, and you have no clue where you are when you're back that far. So we're really looking forward to CAAs. I think we're ready to run well. Everybody's in a good mood. They're looking forward to it. And so we're going to go out there and see what we can get done.
Now, does training change at all as you get farther into the season? It's getting colder outside. You've got more miles under your legs, you know. Does training change at all in preparation for that meet?
Oh, without a doubt. We're backing off a great deal. You know, we've gone through 3 basic phases of training through the fall, or technically 4. We did all of our general stuff and more strength during the first part of September. Then before Paul Short, we went through about a 2-week period of training very hard. Then after Paul Short, getting ready for Pre-Nats, we went through about a 10-day training period. Now we'll go through a 7-day training period, and everything else is just going to be backing off, getting ready.
Gotcha. Well, we definitely look forward to seeing how we perform at the CAA Championships. Stay tuned to JMUsports.com for all the results. Coach, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.